Hello and welcome to this video where I'll be ranking all Plants vs Zombies 1 zombies. So, let's get in the video. In last place we have Screen Door Zombie. It's like, you need Fume Room to kill it, and it's like, but you don't need it. It's like, Fume Room's the only reason this this zombie's okay overall. And the design is like, really boring. It's just a zombie holding a screen door. We have Catapult Zombie. It's like, it has such good potential, but it's just a fat zombie sitting on like a mower or something. And the second you get Umbrella Leaf, this Catapult Zombie just gets completely pointless. Next up, we have the Basic Zombie. It's like the most boring zombie, but it's better than the first two. Like, it's enjoyable. He's like, you need him, really, for the level to work in like a way. And also, the design's really good. After the basic, we have the Conehead. The Conehead is like, as enjoyable as like the basic zombie, in like a way. He's like, not really a threat. He's like, as basic as you can get it, but he's more interesting than the brown. And after the Conehead, we have the Buckethead. The Buckethead is like basically the same thing that I said for Conehead, except he's stronger, more interesting. He's more of a major threat now than just like, you just need 2 pea shooters to kill him. This needs like 4, I think, to kill successfully compared to others. Like, he can get halfway through your lawn and then he could just chew on that, and then there could just be like an all-star zombie coming on behind you. He can just, also zombie can just like steamroll your entire like defense. And like, after that, we have the Snorkel Zombie. The Snorkel Zombie is very reliant on the water. And also, he's very painful if like gets halfway through your lawn and then there's just like, then he just gets your cattails. He's like really annoying, especially in Survival Endless. He can just mess up like your like entire cattail defense, really. After that, we have the Imp. The Imp is a lot better in the second game, but in this game he actually has lower health than the brown coat, which makes more sense. And he can be a pain, especially if you like have like Gatling peas, winter melons and stuff like that. He can just like chow on them, chow on the plant pots and stuff, then you gotta reset all that again. So yeah, he's more of a pain than a likeable zombie. Next up is the Yeti. Like, the thing about the Yeti is that it's an interesting idea, but like, most players won't even see it if they can't be bothered to go that far into the game. Because like, probably half of the players don't even know it exists, really. So it's not that good. It's cool. It's like, I would like to call it a threat, but it's not really a threat. It's more just a shield for like Coneheads to get through and stuff, but that's really it. Like, after that we have like Balloon. And like, the thing about Balloon is, the only problem about it is there's 2 threats. And if you have 2 threats, you're really quite easily taken out. Because like, Cactus and Blover are both insanely good at taking out balloons. That's like the whole gimmick. Like, Blover is basically just like, can kill a bunch of them. And like, Cactus is just like, the extra 25 sun is just to kill balloons. That's like the only real difference in between him and a pea shooter, really. Flag Zombie. The thing about Flag Zombie is pretty pointless, but he's like, I like the idea behind it. He's like, he's usually always first, but if you have like all-stars, sometimes he comes like 3rd or something. And like, he is like the only ever zombie I died to, just because I forgot he existed. And just like, he's the only reason I died in like the final boss fight, and he's really annoying because of that, and I still hate him for that to this day. Bobsled Team. Bobsled Team is really, you will probably never see him if you know that you gotta use Jalapeno on like the Zombonis ice thing, and really, they're never really that big of a threat. Because like, the thing never lasts very long. There's much of the chance that the toboggan thing will only go about like 2 tiles. And if not, you'll just jalapeno it, so they'll never really disappear. The design's okay. I kind of don't like the red colour. I think it'd be better if it was like pink or something, like purplish colour, and make him a bit more enjoyable than just the boring reddish colour. Speak the devil, it's Zomboni. Zomboni is really quite painful if you don't know how big of a threat he is. But like, Spikeweed is able to take him out insanely easy. That's like the whole point of him. Really? And also Jalapeno can just remove his ice troll, so you don't really have to worry about the bobsled team. So yeah, the design, I just don't like the design. Like, I'm okay with the mud, but the person just doesn't look right. He just doesn't feel that interesting, because it's just like a normal zombie with long hair with a hat. I thought they could have done something more creative. Ducky Chew. Ducky Chew, I feel like Ducky Chew, it's just like a basic, can come in basic, Conehead, Buckethead. But like, the Ducky Chew, I find that so funny, going into the pool the first time when I was younger, like, just seeing Ducky Chew always made me laugh. It was like a little bit of nostalgia every time I see Ducky Chew. He's the first zombie that I really like, because I didn't really like any of the designs before him that much. Really. As I grown older, I feel like he's kind of not as funny anymore. Really. Next up, we have Backup Dancer. Backup Dancer is really just a basic that just dances. That is really it. He's like, kind of a special, he's the first like specialist brown coat variant, because he's before Ducky Tube in the story, and he's like, really, you think he's just gonna like do like a dancing zombie, just summon more, and it was really scary the first time you see him, just like a threat. And also, here comes Dancing Zombie. Dancing Zombie is more of a pain than useful, because in the end, he's not really that efficient at doing anything. He's just more of like an, oh my god, what is this dude doing? And he's more of just like a comedic thing, but sometimes the comedy doesn't really work that well. And after this, we have Bungee Zombie. The thing about Bungee Zombie is he's really more, like, I like the design, but I feel like he has way too much health sometimes. Like, sometimes it takes more than a bucket to take him out. More than like a wintermelon. And sometimes, if he just takes like any of your like special plants, you're just gone, because it's like really painful, because like, you waste all that money on it. Is really annoying, especially more the earlier roof levels. He's more of a pain then. After that, we have Dolphin Rider. Dolphin Rider, I feel like the dolphin kind of carries. It's like the same thing I said with Bobsled Zombie. The thing about Bobsled Zombie really is just the colour. That's the main downfall I have with Dolphin Zombie. It's like, in the end, who really likes the actual Dolphin Rider? Who just like, why wouldn't you like the Dolphin? I find it's a good use of the pool. It's more of like a speedy threat in the pool than just, say, a normal zombie. Because all the other zombies that can spawn in the pool are just as slow as a normal zombie. So that's not really that big of a deal in the end. Pogo Zombie. Pogo Zombie is real son of a bitch. I'm gonna say it, like, I just don't like the design. His design is just really painful to me. I just don't like the design. Like, Tall Nut should basically cancel out his whole gimmick, and like in the end, it's like not really that cool if you think about it. Pogo Zombie is the first real major threat in the whole game, because like the design's rubbish, but like the idea of it's cool, because he can be a threat. Just say you don't know what he's doing, and he just jumps over your pea shooter, because he can survive a pea shooter, I think. And so, just in the early days, but when you just thought you were safe with just like 2 pea shooters, if he just jumps over one of your pea shooters and then just eats the other one, and that's like a lawnmower lost. You had nowhere to counter that then, and he was just really annoying. The thing I don't understand is I'm not sure how sometimes people suffer from Newspaper Zombie, because Newspaper Zombie I've never really lost or died. He's never really done anything, because sometimes he can do stuff, but he usually dies before he gets to any of the things. I'm scared of him more in the second game than the first game. That's what I kind of think about him, really. The design's okay, the gimmick's solid, but it's just not really efficient enough to take out plants and stuff. Gargantuars are probably the biggest threat in the entire game, obviously other than Dr. Zombo. Really? Gargs don't really get that far as long as you have enough instants to take them out. So really, they're not really that big of a threat overall if you think about it. but they can be kind of annoying in the grand scheme of things if you let them just say get halfway through or if a bungee drops them somewhere or something. They only really appear in one level, I think, in the final level, which is kind of annoying. I'd like to see more of them, really. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is basically just an enemy version of a Cherry Bomb. He's like the only real negative thing about him, though, is just the annoying thing of just, you can imagine a bungee dropping him halfway through your lawn, and just annihilates like all your pots and stuff and all your expensive plants. That is really the only real bad thing about him. That's the only real painful thing. Overall, I think they give him to you a little bit too early, so they let you know how to kill him. That's the kind of thing. If they just randomly put him on like a roof level, that would be funny. It'd be painful, but it'd be kind of funny. Next up, we have Ladder Zombie. Ladder Zombie, I feel like it's a cool gimmick, but most people don't really use that many defensive plans on roof levels. So really, he's just a threat because how fast he is compared to the basic. The design is S tier. I'm gonna say it. He's probably one of the best looking zombies in the game. He's cool, he's late in the game, but he's a bit interesting in the grand scheme of things, if you think about it. In second place, drumroll, we have All-Star. All-Star is probably he's probably the second most fastball zombie in the game after Garg, because he can literally mess up your entire setup if you don't have an instant take him out quickly, or if you haven't set up quickly enough. So really, design is just annoying. By the way, football is not called soccer, it's called football. You got that? As long as you're Americans, it's still confusing me. So yeah, this is no why he's playing football, even though it looks like he's playing American football. But yeah, well, things make sense. Nothing makes sense these days. Because back then, people were weird. So, we all know he was going to be in first place. I mean, it had to be Digger Zombie. He has probably the coolest gimmick in the game. Going behind the lines was such a cool thing. It's confusing at start, because you probably thought Split Pea was just a repeater clone thing. Because I don't think it shows the dude at the back in the seed packet slot. So yeah, really, Digger is just a major threat. The design is S tier. Hashtag bring back Digger. You heard me. Hashtag bring back Digger. Write that in the comments right now. Dislike the video if you don't. This is my opinion. You be quiet, please. Disagree with me, you will be slapped. I'm gonna say it. I will come to your house. I will find where you live and I will slap you. I'm gonna say it. Start running. And that is the definitive PvZ zombie tier list. Thank you for watching. This has been Zamite and Boggy, and thanks for watching.